Hey everyone, welcome back to our new YouTube channel.
What's up? Let's go. This is exciting.
We're so glad that you're here.
Yeah.
My name's Jessica Townley.
I'm Colton.
He's my husband of
Sure am.
6 years.
Better get that right. Don't mess that up.
I won't. We live in Los Angeles, California, and I am a breast cancer previvor with the BRCA2 gene. And if you're just tuning into our channel, I want to encourage you to watch the initial video that we released last week where I go into my entire family history of what led me to even discovering that I have this gene.
It's been a journey.
A journey.
For sure.
A long and winding road.
So check out that video.
Yeah, but I'm actually post-double mastectomy, 4 weeks on the recovery route.
You look so good. You are crushing this recovery.
Thank you so much.
It's been really cool to see.
But also thank you to everyone who watched that first video, and for all of you who have sent us messages of encouragement, love, prayers, support.
So much food.
Shout out to all the Grubhub.
Those of you that have watched our kids.
Thank you.
It's been cool.
We are so grateful because you have shown up for us and really been a tangible sign of God's love for our family in a really difficult time. But Colton's here, and I want everybody to know a fun fact about this incredible man.
Okay, snap. How about a fun fact about us?
Okay,
cool.
Fine.
So, some of you might not know this, but Jess and I actually met on an airplane.
Yeah, we did.
2014. And it was one of those things where we spotted each other in the terminal, locked eyes, didn't say a word to each other, but the eye contact was heavy. It was coming on strong.
Like this.
But
we weren't.
Yeah, we weren't that close. But I remember thinking, man, this girl's so pretty. That was pretty much all I was thinking. And I was like, I hope I can sit next to her on the plane. But it was Southwest Airlines, so you pick where you sit based off when you board. And you boarded like first. I was like last. I'm thinking there's no way some dude's not gonna sit next to you.
So I came up with a plan because
you did.
That eye contact was mutual, right?
We were mentally on the same page. You made it happen. You went all the way to the back. When I got on, I just was looking for you, found you at the back, sat down next to you. Long story short, we started talking, went from strangers to married in 10 months.
10 months.
When you know, so hey, you never know where you're gonna find your person. Could be on an airplane, could be
on the bus.
On the bus.
On an app.
Could be online.
At church.
Who knows? You could be walking the street right now and you accidentally bump into them. Just be ready.
Be ready.
But yeah, that's a fun fact about us.
And you know, when we met and we first got married, we never anticipated cancer or the talk of cancer being a part of our journey.
It wasn't a part of our family's story at any point.
No, not really. But my mom was actually the first in our family to be diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's been a long, really painful, really difficult journey navigating watching my mom go through chemo, and then which led to me eventually finding out about this genetic mutation. So what we wanted to do was document our personal journey along the way, because obviously a double mastectomy is a really big surgery, a really big decision, one you can't go back on. And there was a lot of steps, a lot of time that we took to process and pray and gather information. So it wasn't just this overnight knee-jerk reaction at all. But instead, I actually went to several doctor's appointments, so many. And we jump in with the video journey in June of 2021, where I'm scheduled for my first MRI. But even to get to that place of getting an MRI, I had to go through so many hoops. I started with my OBGYN, who referred me to my gynecological oncologist.
So many big words.
Say that 5 times fast. Who then referred me to the high-risk clinic because I am high risk for specifically breast cancer. I was then set up with breast specialists, a genetic counselor, and a plastic surgeon. And all of those meetups and introductions happened prior to this MRI. So what was going through your head during all of this?
That was a weird time. That was a hard time because I remember when we found out you had BRCA2, I had no idea what it was, and then you kind of are given this information about what it is, and it's a weird thing to be scared of something that hasn't happened yet, but you know it is probably inevitable, it's going to happen, or at least it's really likely to. And so how do you balance that with the faith of like, well, you know, I also believe in healing and I believe in the power of God, and I think in Jesus,
yeah.
I think one thing that's been really cool is that I think God's revealed to us that healing looks like different things sometimes. You know, we've seen miraculous healing happen, but we also feel like in this situation, healing came through information.
Right.
Like you're the first person in your family that got this information ahead of time, meaning that you found out before cancer as opposed to after cancer, and you didn't have to go through chemo, and you were given the choice on what you want to do. And so that was a really cool thing to experience and to kind of have that revelation about God's grace in that way. And then I also remember as a husband wanting to give you space to process this on your own and come to your own decision. It's your body, and not wanting to pressure you into doing what you didn't feel comfortable doing. But also having a preference, and also, you know, feeling like I care, and, you know, I hear from the Lord as well. And so I think the coolest thing is that we've been united this whole way through.
So united. And I really am just so grateful for my husband, because he has been a rock through this year, and he has carried our family to the other side. So thank you for that, because I don't know where I would be without Colton. But anyways, before I cry, let's go ahead and jump into the first vlog in this journey.
You said vlog, right? These are vlog style.
Oh yeah.
It's raw, it's real.
It's rough.
But it's so good.
So I hope that you'll find some encouragement, whether that be just through our steps of faith, or maybe you or someone you know is going through something similar, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find some hope as you face whatever it is you're facing. So
let's do it.
Let's rewind. So it is Monday, June 7th, and I'm here in Hollywood, about to have my very first ever MRI. I've never had one in my whole life, so I don't fully know what to expect. All I know is I will likely be laying on my stomach for 45 minutes in a tube, and I'm hoping I fall asleep. Maybe I'll get to listen to music. I was told not to wear any jewelry, so yes, I'm still taken, but no, I don't have my wedding ring on. But yeah, this is my first MRI, just to get a baseline of where my health is at regarding the health of my breasts. This is really just the first step in a long journey. Next week, I'll be meeting with the plastic surgeon to talk about reconstructive surgery. So it's a long but quick journey, and here we go. Gotta get my mask. So I've got my mask. I'm walking to the MRI building. On Edgemont Avenue. You can see the Scientology building in the background, super random, but yeah, I guess I'm in the best city to get some plastic surgery done. I'm trying to look on the bright side of things, and the bright side is my boobs should look really good. All right, I am done with my MRI, and it was something. I'll update you when I get to my car. So I don't know if you can tell, but the Hollywood sign is right through there. My car is right here. I need to wash it. Cool. So my MRI is complete. I had no idea what to expect. Like I said, it was about an hour-long process between paperwork to changing into my gown, making sure I didn't have any metal, going to the bathroom, and then I had to get an IV, which I wasn't expecting that. So I took some deep breaths. They inserted the IV because in the IV, they put contrast into your veins, which I'm gonna have to Google why they do the contrast, but apparently it's supposed to help with the imaging that happens through the MRI. So then I was inserted into the tube, laying flat on my stomach, my head buried in a pillow, and it was probably about 40 minutes of being inside of the MRI machine, inside a tube. They give you little earplugs so that the knocking sound isn't all that loud, and honestly, it didn't sound like a knocking to me. It sounded like a robot with a bunch of beeper beeper sounds. I did not fall asleep. Honestly, I was just trying to stay calm because it turns out maybe I'm slightly claustrophobic. I did stay very still. I don't want to sound dramatic, I was still, but I was just trying to focus on my breathing, because 40 minutes inside a tube with very loud noises and you're not able to move, a little uncomfortable, but we did it. Step 1 complete. Now I just wait on the MRI results, and we're not expecting anything abnormal to pop up, because the surgery that I will be having done later this year is preventative and not reactive. So I don't expect bad news as a result of this MRI. You never know, but I am prepared for good news. All things will be clear, and I'll move on to the plastic surgeon. So hopefully this journey is helpful for any of those who might be facing what I'm facing. It's scary, but it doesn't have to be scary. And I think that there's power in hearing other people's story. It removes the unknown, it removes the fear, and makes it personal. So whoever's watching this, if you are thinking about decisions for your health, whether they be preventative, proactive, or reactive, you don't have to be afraid, because you're likely in great hands of very capable and educated doctors and specialists. So we're in this together. More to come. Woo, that was emotional. I'm so glad to be on the other side, but thank you for watching, and we will see you next time as we share the results of my MRI. And disclaimer, spoiler alert, the results were a little bit shocking to both Colton and I. So we hope you'll come back for more of this journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.